just up to here.
I'm way too close.
I'll splash it in my eyes.
What?
Is that not what we were doing?
What?
Do you want that milk whole or pasteurized?
Nah, just get it up to my tits and I'll splash it in my eyes.
Oh, Jesus.
Talking with words.
But I don't want to wait.
I don't want
For life to be over. Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to join in there. All right.
Dawson's Creek.
you kids would drop a line like that.
No, you can't.
Dawson's Dripping Creek.
God, that's
Yum.
gonna be stuck in my head the rest of the night.
You wake
Blow
up
yourself to sleep with that.
tomorrow morning. No, tomorrow morning. You'll wake up with that sound in your head.
Worst part is when you go to sleep, you're gonna butt clench to it in time. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Why do I come back?
I think I just explained why. All right, welcome back to Talking with Words. You're here with Rob.
Cameron.
James.
And Ryan.
Was that Speedy? Tonight we watched 1999's Payback, starring Mel Gibson. And this is not an anti-Semitic film in any way that I'm aware of. If you're not aware of this film at all, first of all, it's amazing.
Yes.
I need a precedent with that. And James is going to read us what this film is described as.
Let me see if I get the same voice that I had reading it earlier. Porter is bad, but his neighbors are worse. Streetwise and tough, an ex-Marine, he's betrayed by a one-time partner and shot in the back by his junkie wife. He survives and returns, looking to recover his share from the robbery of an Asian crime gang. The money is passed in the hands of the Outfit, a slick gangster organization that runs the city. He has to make his way through a world
God.
populated by heroin dealers, prostitutes, sadomasochists.
How many summaries are you reading?
Did you read this?
one.
Did you write
Just
this?
one.
It's the longest summary ever.
This is not the one from Amazon. It was a lot shorter and to the
I
point.
still like that it's the same. Rob Schneider is a stapler.
I only have so many voices. Don't ask for range.
You know, in prep, this was way shorter. Oh my God, that is long as fuck.
Is that on
What is
IMDb?
this?
Yeah.
The Amazon intro was like six sentences, maybe tops.
Did you ask ChatGPT a summary of this movie?
Alan's not here.
Oh.
We don't do AI here.
Oh.
So let's Jesus Christ, James.
Amazon did a better job.
After successful heist, Porter is left for dead. Once he recovers, that was more of a onyx than
Onyx
fortuitous.
fortuitous.
Once he recovers, he seeks vengeance and wants his share of the money. That's it. It's a basic revenge tale. James, we're gonna give it another chance next movie.
Hold on. How do we know he's ex-Marine outside of his tattoo?
I don't know any of what James just read. I think he just made all that up.
Because I was wondering the whole time, like, what's this guy's backstory? Because he has to be more than just a con man,
He had
He was
a
pretty good with the
tattoo.
gun.
right?
He had a tattoo.
That means nothing.
The USMC tattoo.
That was the only like giveaway, but like
I don't even know this, but I'm a gladiator.
they didn't
Don't you question our veterans?
they didn't bring it up in the movie
He had
outside
a
of
tattoo.
the USMC.
Yeah, it was assumed, I guess.
Yeah. He did know how plastic explosive worked.
Sure.
Mm. And his hair.
Great.
I like it.
I like the sparkly leather outfit.
See, it did sparkle in that one scene in the penthouse. He turned into a Twilight vampire.
He kind of did.
Before we get there, we're jumping ahead.
Sorry.
So Mel Gibson is Porter. Greg Henry is Val. This is my favorite Greg Henry role, but you might know him. We've done Slither. He's the
Slither.
mayor, and he is in Guardians of the Galaxy. He is Chris. Which Chris is it?
Pratt.
Pratt,
Right.
Chris Pratt's uncle, and he's in the first two. I think he's in all three Guardians movies.
Sure.
Anyway, this is my favorite. We've done Slither. He's phenomenal in Slither because my favorite line from that is, "Where's my fucking Mr. Pibb?" I've said it many times. I'm saying it again. Still love him so much. And then we have what was Maria Bello. David Paymer was the guy that we recognized if you've seen Get Shorty. Uh, Fuck, he's so much shit on it. I can't think of any of it. It's like Ocean's movies.
Yeah. Carpool.
Oh yes. How could I forget about Sinbad's major movie? Was that Carpool or was that
No. I don't know where you got Sinbad from. Carpool was him and what was?
Tom Arnold?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
The porn director from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I don't know where I got Sinbad from then.
Yeah.
I'm over here just
That's-
like, yep, sounds right.
I mean, I'm
Sounds right to
sure.
me.
I'm sure at one point in the '90s he was in a film with Sinbad, but
Everyone was.
that's fair.
And they still should be. Sinbad's amazing. Bill Duke, who was Predator's Duke.
Yeah.
John Glover, who was in Smallville. He was Lex Luthor's dad, who I assume you might know him from, James.
Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
He was also in a lot of John Carpenter films.
Yeah, I don't have any real remember. His face was familiar, but I couldn't figure out from where.
He's got a really good just eat shit smile.
Yeah.
He was also the doctor that checked Sam Neill in the Mouth of Madness, which I don't know if that podcast was ever posted.
Maybe.
Hmm.
No say.
Those times. Also, an early Lucy Liu
Good one,
film,
though.
Lucy
and
Liu.
Chris Christopherson. Although Chris Christopherson was only in the theatrical cut, the director's cut had a whole different ending. The torture scene, the Chris Christopherson stuff was all cut out. Nah.
It's like the whole third act.
Yeah, it didn't work. That's why it's a director's cut. It's one of the few director's cuts, other than the Zack Snyder films, of course, that aren't better.
So whose director's cut is it?
The guy that
Yeah.
directed it.
So I was reading in the trivia that
Ryan Hegeland.
Mr.
Yeah.
Hegland was fired from the movie, and they had to reshoot like 20% of the film.
That sounds right.
Reshoot.
So that's why the director's cut sucks, because they're like, "Hey, you're doing a bad job."
It was like after he won some
I
sort
don't know if
of
that's true, but
Academy Award or something like that
Probably
for
for-
another.
some sort of Academy Award.
I mean, like he won
He's
something, and
He's got
they
some
fired him.
notable stuff.
Probably was like with a different.
we've talked
studio or
about a couple
something.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he directed A Knight's Tale. He was a
Oh,
writer on.
Gotta look that shit up now.
Yeah, he's a writer on Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. That was the other one we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's weird because
L.A. Confidential.
oh yeah, was he a writer or director on that?
Yes.
Yes, I like that answer the best.
The writer.
Let's go find out. Click on it. How about that?
But
Come
the
back to
first part of this movie works without the ending. But if you take that out and you put in the ending where they just did an exchange on a train and he like killed the mob boss person who was a chick in the director's cut,
Yes.
it was weird.
Screenplay, by the way.
Screenplay. Okay. There you go.
Hmm.
I still fucking love this movie so
Yeah.
much.
I like this version way better.
This,
How popular are director's cuts back in the 90s?
I think that was like when they were first starting to become a thing.
It was all,
Back
It's
then, the
probably-
director's cut was just like 2 extra scenes.
Or
It
yeah,
changed the movie length by like 90 seconds. and that
deleted
was it.
scenes on the DVD
Yeah.
extra.
but I only care about the theatrical version. Only the hardos watch the director's cuts.
The director's cut of Aliens.
I'm
was
chubbing up.
amazing.
Exactly.
No, they didn't really exist until DVD.
So around this time.
So around, yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have a 3-part VHS pack.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of the
Like
VHS
Titanic.
packs, how many times did Mel Gibson get tortured in the 90s?
All of them.
South Park covered it. It's just Mel Gibson's way.
Isn't that just him like tweaking his dimples and going, yeah,
Ah.
yeah. I do remember that. Fair enough. Okay. South Park got it. Simpsons did it.
Lethal Weapon was in the 80s.
Fuck, was it really?
That's crazy.
The first one was.
I thought it was 91. Fuck.
I thought
Okay.
the first one was like 88 or 89.
Yeah, maybe it was. If we only had some way to look it up.
And I saw the fourth one in theaters.
You're
Not
so
too-
old.
That's embarrassing. I still haven't watched the fourth one.
Okay, let's talk about this movie real quick. James, this is your first time to see it. Cameron, did you even watch it?
I did.
And I tried to yell at you a lot because there were good things on TV.
Yep. His name was Porter and the dog's name was Porter.
You got it.
Nailed it.
All right, podcast over. We get the fuck out.
Go ahead, James.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I think I appreciate all the one-liners that you called out. Just excellent writing for the 90s. But I guess the whole storyline is just like the worst version of I would like to speak to your manager.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah, that is what this movie is.
He Karen'd out on this.
It's an Australian Karen.
Yeah, this was a badass Karen movie, is what this was, with Mel Gibson hair.
And it was the Mel Gibson hair. It was this, and you had, what was the one he did? What a woman,
What women want.
what women want.
Mm.
You had that whole like era of him doing the action and the comedy romance shit.
Lethal Weapon was 1987.
God damn. I was wrong.
Two was 89. The
That
first
makes
two
me
were
feel
in the
young.
80s.
Oh. So that girl had a crush on two is probably what, dead 10 years? Yeah. That sweater though.
It'd be creepy. Down.
Grandma lover.
Mm.
Yeah.
Uncle Steven, thanks for subscribing
I just wish I could have watched this film
all the way through
In the
without
90s?
looking at your phone.
without the commentary of what's coming. You know? Like,
I only did that like 17 times.
oh, this is my favorite part.
Oh, you mean like
Remember,
last
Ryan?
time
This is like the best, like, slam.
Just like
when
that
you walk
penis.
in and said, "Hey, did he cut his dick off yet?"
So,
Yeah, you did ruin the last movie for us, so you really deserve this.
it's like,
Hey guys, what are you watching?
I feel
Screamboat?
like
You get
I
his
can-
dick cut off yet? No.
I feel like I
That's
can-
gonna happen?
I feel like I
Oh,
can catch
okay.
up on social media because I already know what's coming. You know? I
It's
don't
a
need to
slam.
watch it.
Also this line right here. This is the best one. Camera, you
Hey,
watching?
remember this. It's the best line in the movie. Remember that.
You notice how I only do that to you because everyone else is paying attention and not looking at their phone?
Oh my God, I'll remember it.
So what was it?
I don't know.
See? Doesn't stick.
Hold on. Let me pull up my phone real quick.
These millennials.
So unfocused generation.
I noticed a tattoo, James.
I've got
okay.
so many notes and we haven't even started.
How I thought we were done. I thought we were closing comments.
We're pretty close. So you remember that scene in the beginning when the doctor was taking the bullets out of his back?
Literally the first shot.
As he was taking a shot.
I did like the reflection in
the glasses?
Yeah, in the glasses.
Yeah, that was good.
That was awesome.
There were a lot of really good shots in
Yeah.
this. Let's go through them.
No, that's it.
I did like the opening montage of this. I appreciated it more watching it this time, where he is just grifting people and he looks for someone that looks kind of like him. He takes his wallet and he withdraws a bunch of cash out of the ATM or the restaurant,
Essentially,
whatever
yeah.
it was. He's getting cash back and he sells the
Just
Lexus.
mayhem walking.
Yeah, it's amazing. All of that is great, and I forgot about all of it. It's a phenomenal opening montage of this guy's just a piece of shit.
So after he stole $3 from a homeless man.
Yes, who help a cripple that can't walk, and he
You're saved.
reaches down and grabs the $3, and the guy jumps up and he grabs him. And he goes, "Oh, look, you're saved."
I mean, there literally wasn't a good person in this movie.
No,
Not a
everyone's
single
shitty.
character. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some of the extras, but
Just the dog.
None of the characters.
It's early and often, but the montage does it best of this guy doesn't give a shit. He's getting his 70 grand.
He's got one goal.
Yeah. And you are just a means to an end at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
All we know is he got shot in the back, and then all of a sudden he's back.
After
Oh.
5 months of laying on his back.
They never did fully explain that.
Well, yeah, he said, "You'd think I'd give up after 5 months of laying on my back doing nothing." And then he started grifting people.
Clearly,
I missed that.
doesn't give two
Oh,
shits.
shit.
Was that when you were downstairs the first time or the fifth time? or-
It happens so many times. Also, No, I'm not even going to get into it. I got called down so many times. There's so much fun stuff. Um,
Hmm.
the the end of that montage is him selling the Rolex and getting the Magnum, which sets up really the rest of the movie because there's a lot of planted seeds that deliver in this movie as they go through it, like the handing the gun to the cop and the dog shit like that. Little things that they plant throughout. Uh, I like a lot. The bomb in the hotel, I think, was added post the rewrites that we were talking about.
Hmm.
There's a lot of that little stuff that worked out. The other thing I noticed after watching it this time is I really like the wardrobe because none of his clothes really fit because he's supposed to just
Right.
not give a fuck and buy it
Be a
from
grifter.
or pick it up or take it off someone, whatever he does. That noticing that now, that's a great little detail.
So are we sure that wasn't just the 90s?
Yeah, he wasn't wearing Jinkos.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The heroin dealer was though.
Oh yes, the nose ring man.
Yeah. Formerly.
He used
Doesn't
to
have it anymore.
Fair.
The fact that he had a full envelope of cash sitting out of his back pocket there
He knows his
in that neighborhood, terrible idea.
clientele apparently.
Can you imagine if you would have made the choice for $900 versus 500 in the side piece? Man,
What a different movie.
yeah. I mean, I
Like
guess
it would have been over right
I
there.
guess you could have taken the 500 to go or the 900 to go buy a gun
Yeah.
or take it from someone. That
You're
seems more difficult.
You're
Yeah.
just adding steps now, Cameron.
Here's I'm gonna get this out of the way.
Add
Please.
steps.
Please do. It's been 47 minutes.
I get the purpose of Payback. You know, it feels so good, right?
Okay.
Feels so good when she jokes.
I'm with you.
But it's 70 grand that this guy's after.
Uh-huh.
End of the day, just get a job.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
that's
like,
that's
is that
70
not-
grand in 1999?
Sure, but is that not a
That-
safer route? The dude got spoilers.
Not at- not
that'd
at
be a great-
$5 an
that's
hour.
Still a great yearly salary in 2025. So
Dude is missing a couple piggies at the market. Was that worth it?
But look at it this way.
No.
Technically,
He had a wife and he had
Past tense
his
is correct.
buddy,
Yeah.
Val, even though he's a dipshit, kept him around. They were getting back into this. His buddy Val wanted to get back into the syndicate,
Right.
which was going to open them up to this whole world.
I think that was opening up Val to.
Were
a
they
whole
even
world.
buddies?
I think he was.
they never really
It was
explained
addressed like they
They were
built jobs
acquaintances.
together.
Enough so where she turned on him.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So now take all that away. Take everything you've got. It'd be fun to fuck that up, right?
I
Go
get
burn it
it.
down.
I get it. Pay, sure.
What are you gonna do? Go work at McDonald's?
70 grand. Okay. Like, I mean,
It's not about the money, Cameron.
this dude
It's
barely
About the
made
principle
it.
of the thing.
He's
Yeah.
Say,
he's messing with some bangers.
Yeah.
I'd like to see this lined up in the timeline of other revenge movies, just to see where it was on the spectrum.
I mean,
Was it ahead of our favorite revenge movies, or was it behind them? Was it a precursor?
I'm trying to think
what
of
I'm
my
wondering.
favorite revenge.
What's your
movies.
favorite revenge movie?
John Wick.
Oh,
That is one, and
So
an
obviously
evolved
before-
form of it.
I mean, the most famous of late would probably be Kill Bill, which was after as well.
I was
Yeah, Kill
thinking,
Bill was
I
04.
was thinking Novocaine, but
That's a
not-
revenge movie.
That's not
I
really
mean,
a
how-
revenge movie.
how's it not?
That's a save the girl.
Novocaine-
That's not revenge.
That's revenge.
It's
That's
it
revenge
was both.
because-
I agree. It's
Yeah.
both.
You start messing with the girl, there's gonna be some revenge.
I mean, wasn't Princess Bride kind of a revenge movie?
Oh,
That was also a Novocaine. That was also about the girl.
True.
I appreciate your argument.
It's more of a revenge movie than Novocaine was, though.
I'll give it that.
Well, anyway, we all recognize a revenge movie now, and I'm wondering if in '97, if I actually had saw that trend yet.
Well, I mean, you still had Death Wish and stuff like that with old Charlie Bronson back in the day. You had,
Yeah.
I mean, even Escape from New York could be technically a revenge movie if you want to look at it. I mean,
Well,
that shit still existed.
Carrie.
100% a revenge movie. Fuck them bitches. Which they're about to do a new one of those from Mike Flanagan.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Before
the
Dark
tough
Tower.
guy with a special set of skills. I mean,
Yeah,
that's an evolved version.
his daughter got took.
Yeah. Taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely popped back up. You have our generation of guys that are not quite as crazy, over the top masculine as my parents' generation, but still enough that we're like, but I want to defend their honor by killing people. And then
Well-
we got all those movies.
All the mob bosses did fit, or most of the mob bosses fit the pattern of old school Godfather type
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah, you took it the next generation back.
Hmm.
It's that control.
So in '97, we were still viewing that generation as being in control.
Yeah, I mean, remember, 99, we got The Matrix.
Yeah.
So,
It's crazy.
pretty big jump. I mean, when did Tron come out? All right, we're getting way fucking off
Yeah,
base
it's
here.
Early '80s, mid '80s.
What movie did we watch?
Seems like never happened mid '80s.
Mel Gibson's Ransom.
Here we are.
That's also a phenomenal movie. Gary Sinise is amazing.
Yeah,
in that.
Gary Sinise crushed it in that one.
Hold on, I'm
It was,
reading
after,
my notes.
it was after he saved the astronauts on Apollo 13.
Oh yeah, what a champ! Never got
Got his legs back too. Lieutenant Dan.
never got sick.
He never got the measles.
Never got the measles, not once. Uh,
Holy.
we're not anywhere, are we?
No, we're literally
We're still at the opening montage.
Okay, so this doctor's taking bullets out of his back, right?
Yeah.
faster, funnier, damn it.
All right, so the walk up of Porter, and we don't have to go through every fucking step because it's a revenge movie. He's going up the chain of the syndicate to get his money back, and he makes a very good point when he gets to Carter, who he says, "There's always a guy at the top. Who's the guy?"
It's the committee. No.
No,
There's
the
a
out,
guy.
the outfit.
oh, not the
No,
syndicate
Carter-
anymore.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
interesting.
He was put down for 6 months, so they changed their name from the syndicate to the outfit.
Porter keeps calling it the syndicate. No.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
because that's
Porter
what
called it the
Val
syndicate.
referred to it as early on.
The syndicate is the mob out of New York. The outlet or
Outfit.
outfit, also the outlet,
Outfitters,
I would love
warehouse.
I'd love to
outfit
see the outlet
is-
take them on.
is the mob based out of Chicago.
All right, so we were in Chicago.
We were in Chicago.
Okay.
But multiple times characters correct Porter and say outfit.
The outfit.
It's the
Yeah.
outfit.
And she even says, Maria Bello's character says,
We don't call
we don't call it that anymore. They make a point of that.
Yep.
But crawling up that line, I liked that we got rid of Val like at the halfway mark because it was built up as him being the counter for Porter and just him
Just-
coming in.
The
Middle-
whole reason
He
Porter's
was
in
just
this
middle
mess.
management.
Yeah. Him coming in and trying to, and this happens to everyone in the movie. I'm going to go to the source and get him and kill him so that no one, it stops this. Doesn't work out. And best lines, one of my favorite lines, I've quoted this line to 100 people when he's sitting there interrogating him after he's been shot twice. And he's like, okay, where do I go? And he kind of gives him the address. And Val starts doing his sticky thing where he's like, I'm going to try and work this in my favor somehow. And he just goes, you got a light. He's like, no. And he just, what fucking good are you? And puts the pillow on his head and shoots him in the face. Phenomenal. I remember when I saw this the first time, I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. That was a psycho moment for me because there wasn't anybody above that at the time. So now it started a whole other chain.
Yeah,
All he had
as
was a
violence went in in '97, that was pretty edgy.
Yeah.
Just thinking back.
It was good.
That was not great for me when Val died.
Taylor?
It's odd because I had the oh no. moment that Taylor.
You did have a
has.
Taylor.
It's like, oh no,
Oh
it's
no!
gonna keep going.
Exactly. I'm like,
where's the next?
I thought this was our bad guy. I thought Val was it, and he's gone.
We just wanted to go home.
And I was like, well, this has only been on for about 45 minutes. What is this? Just one of those films?
Well, it's been playing for 45
Well,
minutes. The
at
TV's been paused for 72 minutes.
At least we got to explore Val's kinky side.
Yeah, him and
Yeah, that was fun.
Lucy Lou,
That was fun.
that was enjoyable.
Yeah.
the sadomasochist Lucy Lou and Val.
It's
I've-
great.
They were both doing
Oh,
it.
I've got some time. Go boil an egg.
Got a few minutes left.
All of Mel Gibson's lines in this. There were some good lines, but everything else, the way he delivered it, was just like, "Happy birthday, Johnny." Like, what the fuck is this?
Just some
notice
gravel and
anything?
that.
Yeah,
The
just-
boil and egg comment really doesn't resonate currently anyway. Nobody knows how to boil an egg anymore.
What's he gonna
Johnny.
say? Watch a TikTok. Like, what's he-
Yeah, exactly. It'd have to be something else.
I want to see that new version.
Go watch a TikTok.
Charge your hoverboard. Sort your Pokemon cards. Fuck off, kid. What's the next?
You got the notes, man. I don't.
Plus, you've seen
Forgot
this
how it
more
got
times
started.
than we have.
I've seen it a lot of times.
You told me your favorite line, and I've already forgot it.
See,
Well,
so that's why I have to keep pointing it out to you. I say pay attention because you don't pay attention.
So what are you good for?
They're playing the job
Yeah.
that it's supposed to be for
Thank you, Ryan.
at least $250,000. So between 250,
Are you talking about the original job?
yeah, the original 350 and 500, and that's how he ends up there.
We got to go back to original job.
Oh, yeah, we're back at the
100%.
intro
Yeah,
before the credits.
I'm just worried because Cameron's holding a pillow right now, and I
Yeah,
don't know what his
he's-
intent is.
He's very
Remember the use of
Somebody
the
hide the
pillow?
revolver.
I just
from Mel
want Cameron to
Gibson?
know I always liked you best. So if anyone's walking out of here,
Don't worry. All I have to do is snap my fingers a certain direction, and Meryl will jump from the ceiling. She's up there right now. She senses threats.
Ryan,
You
you're
didn't
trying
see
to
the
keep
fighting.
us. You're
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to keep us back on track. You got it. Come on.
You talking about the line?
yeah. Hey, did you notice anything? They weren't wearing their seatbelts.
Those
We're gonna
boys
hit
aren't
them
wearing
on Friday.
seatbelts.
Yeah,
And there was a lot of fun stuff like that in this movie. You had the Fairfax, you had the Carter line when they're on the phone. Fucking love that sequence where he's calls the guy and he goes, "I've got a guy in my office with a gun. He wants $130,000." He's like, "No, it's
70.
fucking 70." He's like,
Yeah.
"Is it worth
Yeah.
Carter or the money?" He goes, "No."
See-
So he just shoots him.
that was Val's fault for giving that 130 number. It was totally his fault.
well, 130 was what he needed to buy back into the syndicate.
cost. Yeah,
It was 140 technically, is what
it was
Well, he only
it made.
he owed the syndicate 130,
correct.
and he even calls it out afterwards. He goes, "Porter, there was never 350 in there. The number was always 140."
Yeah.
So
Right before he got shot in the back.
yeah,
Well, if there's something we don't understand, kill it.
What a line.
yeah.
Thanks, Carter.
Don't tell Fairfax. He'll think I'm getting soft.
Yeah, I do appreciate that this movie had just enough 90s racism in it. You know, it's just enough.
What?
Give us an example.
Go on.
I mean, what was the only ethnic group
I mean,
in this film?
Val
And what did
shit
Val
on
call
Asians a lot.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to say it.
It's I'm not
And the cop, Dukes.
just enough to be like, yeah, this is a 90s film.
I
Fucking-
feel it.
I was a little bit
feel it.
shocked to see Lucy Liu doing the part she was doing.
Also, oh yeah, that kind of fits.
It
that
was
mold,
great,
too.
but I just didn't think she would do that.
You're telling me you wouldn't pay for Lucy Liu to be your dominatrix?
Or are you saying the terrible Asian
I would
accent?
pay to see Lucy Liu, but not as my dominatrix.
She could sue me.
Soupies.
No, I've seen Lucy Liu in so many empowered roles, and she was empowered in this one too.
Yeah, she was.
But the dialogue was not enlightened in any way.
Oh no, this was gritty as shit. This was a pulp movie on purpose.
It made it laughable, especially when they start shooting through the floorboard.
I mean, there was a lot of that. And how many bullets did he have in that sequence?
Yeah.
In his 2 6-shooters?
Correct.
Her best line of the film, hubba, hubba, hubba.
Or the end one where she
How do you
just
say
goes,
that with an Asian accent?
get out of here, fat boy. And the cop just turns around and decks her in the face, and he's like, ugh, checks himself.
Yeah. Checking the love handles.
You gave her what she wanted.
Yeah, she likes that.
Yeah.
I liked John Glover when Carter sends him out to put the bomb in the hotel. He stops the door and he turns and goes, do you want any pieces or trophies? He goes, no, not this time.
Polaroids and trophies.
Polaroids or trophies. He goes, no, not this time. Like, it's just so common of occurrence to bring back Polaroids or trophies that it's like, I don't need one here.
You got to prove the job's done somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's not.
That's what teeth and fingers are for.
He's not worth it.
It's evidence.
Let's talk about the crooked cops for a minute, because
They're pretty incidental. I don't feel like they moved the story forward. You just talk to him sometimes.
They hindered the story a little bit.
Slowed it down.
Yeah.
which I think was the point,
Yeah,
right?
That was the point. Yeah, just another speed bump.
One more thing to him to deal with.
Yep.
I thought that maybe because he was talking to them and they wanted something from him, that there would be some sort of resolution legally by the end of the movie. No, that didn't
No,
happen.
that was
was
never going to happen.
Internal affairs.
Internal
Took care of it.
affairs. And yep.
I wonder if they got written into like extra to thicken this up, or if it was in the book and maybe they were bigger in the book.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
It just feels like if you're gonna have a mob movie, you need some sort of authority there.
I was going to say, it's not a mob movie without crooked cops.
Yeah.
True. I did like the gun handoff.
Yeah, that was slick.
But
and when
still-
he stole the badge and just held on to it for a couple days.
Yeah. But still, a cop putting a gun into a piece of newspaper, not too smart on their part.
They were pretty dumb. We knew
Hey,
this.
like he said, if I were any dumber, I'd be a cop.
Yeah. Yeah. They did point that out early on.
Right after he got run over by the Asian guys.
Yeah, what a terrible spot to stand. What are we doing? You're smarter than this, Porter.
It's Mel Gibson's weakness. Vehicular manslaughter.
Can we come up
Those
with
crosswalks.
a first name for Porter? Because he doesn't
It's
have
just
one.
Porter.
It's just
Yeah.
Porter.
He always just said Porter.
Can we align
It's-
on one?
Yeah, it's actually Porter.
John
That's his first and last name.
John Porter?
And the dog's name.
Yeah.
Jeff
My
Porter?
name
No, no.
is Jeff.
Jeff.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Jeff Porter.
Geoff Porter. Got it.
I'm not threatening you. I'm threatening Carter. What was did you have an end game on that, or did you just want a first name for Jeff?
Yeah, just that. That's my end game.
Okay.
I mean, everyone has a first name. Not everyone. Take that back.
My baloney does.
Yeah.
It's
OSCR.
bitch.
I'm so glad I resisted and y'all had to do it.
We'll take
That would hang out there.
we'll take that meat cue.
What's wrong, Cameron?
You want to talk about Chris Christopherson real quick? I mean, you can run us through this and we could be done with this.
Chris Christopherson. He is
You know who that is?
Bronson?
Bronson.
Bronson?
His son is Johnny.
Which again,
Johnny.
the thought that he is not even in this film. I'm trying. I need to see the director's cut to see how bad it is.
I'll show. It's just the back 30 minutes.
And some
that's
chick
different.
plays him.
It's.
I'll bring it over
yeah.
next time.
I've got it on DVD.
I mean, we're not running it back right now.
VHS.
We're not doing that, James.
The director's got to have on DVD.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't pull it out
Thank
Fair
goodness.
enough.
until now.
I mean, like we're introduced to his character, just being the hard mob boss, doing rows, in his office.
So hard.
like, yeah, just get
So
a
full of
sweat on.
juice.
And we're introduced to a conversation with his son that he's already on the
Who
phone.
plays totally straight.
Yeah. I mean, that was like a 5-minute conversation that Porter and what's his face listened in on.
The back and
Oh, yeah.
forth.
It was
That-
awesome.
That's how he knew where to find the kid.
Yep.
After he got his new Ferrari, apparently.
Loves his kid. Revealed
What
way
a
too
good
much
dad.
information. Great dad.
Yeah, that phone call. That phone call is like everything you need to know for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, my kid's name's Johnny. I just gave him a Ferrari. He's going to this fight at this time. He's gonna be. It's like,
And all
okay,
Here's
and all
what-
anybody had to do was give Mel Gibson $70,000.
that's it.
That's it.
Now we got to buy cars and stuff and just not do anything but what
And-
just makes sense
And all Mel Gibson had to do was just get a job.
It's
No.
and work for a year or more.
McDonald's.
I mean, that's
Probably more because
It'd be 3 or 4
after
things.
taxes you didn't take home 70.
but do you want to keep all your little piggies or not? I know you
in,
do.
in 1997, that'd have been $5 an hour.
It's true
Yeah.
you don't need your pinky toes.
You know he started with the big toe. That hammer
With that hammer, he definitely started with the big
that
one.
hammer, yeah. And again, the second hit,
Speaking
he
of-
probably got 2.
I don't know. I don't know which toe you would start with in a torture scheme.
There's a picture that came across the group chat the other day, and somebody's missing a toe.
Oh, you mean Will's weird ass AI
I
picture?
was gonna say, was that edit? That's surely that's edited.
I was
At
like,
the bottom, it says AI.
I
He
don't
didn't even crop it.
listen. Number one rule in
It's like I've seen him wearing flip flops. I know he's got a big toe.
Don't click links and don't click on pictures. Just don't do it.
Oh,
Number one
you-
rule.
You got to start clicking.
I'm
on
like, oh, here's
pictures.
another link that I'm not going to click.
Just click them on somebody else's computer. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Private
Borrow your
browser.
phone, James.
private browser.
No. Ew.
That's Brunson.
That's Bronson. And then he tortured a guy. It's almost
Also-
like
Did you watch
Will
that
Shatner.
Also, Johnny's friends really banged him. They
Oh, yeah.
banged him hard.
Yeah, they did.
The
Those
fact-
guys that have never seen a woman before.
Well, and I'm assuming they bought the Happy Birthday Johnny, or maybe Dad did.
No,
right?
no, they didn't. But
You think he did that?
I think
No.
that
yeah,
was
Porter bought it. Porter did the sign.
Yeah.
He did all that so he could find out where he was sitting.
So
So when he
Johnny
stood up and
banged
did his
himself.
little
That's
high
me.
five shit,
I'm Johnny. Give me the backwards high five.
Low five.
that way he knew which one was Johnny, and that way when he walked out, he could get Rosie to
That's him. Get
gift
him.
herself.
All right.
You caught up? Do you remember the rest of this now?
Yeah.
well, I know,
You know what's
Porter
going on?
was there. It wasn't clear to me that he paid for the sign
See, me neither.
because
Thank
I
you.
figured Rich Daddy probably took care of all that.
Right.
I assumed it was him to call him out.
Remember, Porter does not have his 70,000. Where's who's he paying? Where does he get the money?
How's he done anything? He's just manhandled it.
He's already grifted it.
It's the 90s, baby.
That's true.
He sold the
I think
watches.
it's more likely Daddy did it.
It's possible. Either way.
Eh.
It was his birthday.
Well, he said he was
Happy
sitting
birthday.
ringside, so all you got to do is look for the 18-year-old kid ringside.
Right. You didn't need the sign.
No, that just helped.
But
But
Ace
no-
of Base was
I'm
popular in the
Johnny.
90s as well.
I'm Johnny.
Also, those low high
Shut
fives. That guy was a champ.
I don't think I've seen anything like that.
Actually, that actually explains why he's never seen a woman.
Hmm.
Any of them have.
High five, guys.
Slap hands.
How old was he supposed to be, too? Was he like
he
18
was supposed
or
to be
was he
18.
37?
18.
Because he
Very
lived with his dad.
mature
Yes.
18.
His very low V-cut shirt had a lot of chest hair coming out of it
Chest pubes.
that Cameron
Yeah.
kept pointing out.
He got it implanted for his 18th birthday.
That makes sense. Now you're a man.
Just shaved his pubes and then glued them to his chest.
It's called a gorilla chest.
Yeah.
That's just mean, man. I'm out of notes.
Oh, so yeah, it was
Cameron,
pretty
now you
good.
can start talking about your notes.
It's pretty good. I did enjoy it though.
I told you.
Your favorite scene, the bartender scene.
I do love the hand
Smashed his
slam.
hand.
It's so much worse than they make it in the movie because if you did that, he wouldn't have fingers anymore.
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah, well, I didn't
And it had been a
appreciate
few
his.
minutes before you start talking again.
No one
And
else.
it looked just like Mel Gibson's toes.
Yes.
no one else reacted.
Scrambled eggs.
Like that is a pretty loud.
Which is common in
Bang.
this movie. You had a lot of something going on and no one in the background.
Well, everywhere they are, they're at a
Mob Hotel.
mob. That
That's true.
outfit.
That's true.
So
But there's still bystanders in the lobby hotel bar.
it's
Yes.
just like being at the Continental. Everybody knows.
I mean,
Nobody
I guess.
cares.
And this is the middle of the day. This isn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Only your
business hours. They know
alcoholics are
what's up.
there.
It's
and
not
you're
the
home
A
for
crew.
anything.
Yeah.
What is it? Chris Christopherson did have one of the great lines. Is if you turn my son over now, I promise it'll be a quick death. But if you don't, I promise, or if you do, I promise you won't have to find out what your left ball
Left
tastes
ball
like.
tastes like. Yeah.
Mm.
That's a good line. Wish you would have followed up,
Yeah.
pussy.
What could have been, you know?
Started
know,
smashing
and-
toes. That was my least favorite scene.
And that's where I kind of
Way
agree
back
with
then.
Cameron, because he already had his exit plan there. He knew he was going to take them to the apartment and blow them up. So why did he let them damage as much as he did?
You wouldn't believe him
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
if you didn't get smacked around.
He didn't trust him
So
as
he
is.
gave up 2 toes
That's why he was in the trunk.
and it stopped before going to testicles.
2 toes to paradise.
I'd be singing like a freaking
100%.
hummingbird, man. Like whatever you need, I got it.
Are your 2 little toes worth 130 grand, James?
I'm pretty
Because you
sure
still got
they
all
are.
130
In the
not just
90s,
70.
maybe. Still seems low.
I think you should have gone
And it
for
was
3.
only 70.
I would have gone one more.
Yeah, but the case had 130 in it because nobody listened.
It's true.
Yeah.
But again, in 97?
99 was released.
99. Okay, that amount of money would buy you a house in Arkansas. It wasn't going to set
large
you up
house.
for life.
Yeah, but they're in Chicago. That doesn't help.
Well, at the end, they went to Canada
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
130,000
Eh?
US.
Is everything that he went through
then
worth
that's
it?
150,000 Canadian dollars.
You got to add exactly. You got to add on at the end of the film. They have to move to Canada.
They moved
No,
into
they get to move to
No,
Canada.
they have to move to Canada.
They definitely
It's like a
retired
2-hour
to a
drive from there.
top-notch
It's
trailer
fine.
park.
Even worse, yeah, hang out with
It's
Ricky
the
and
principle
Bubbles
of
and
the
Julian.
thing.
Yeah.
Clearly,
It's not about the money.
It's not
About
about
fucking
the
shit up.
it's a
He's
little about
dating
the
an
money.
escort. She'll make money when they get there.
All I do is win, win, win. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, we forgot the romance sub.
Oh yes,
Oh,
the love
God.
story section.
And she promised me if she'd stop hooking, maybe
the
I'd
last-
stop killing people.
You drove me to that job, and I never saw you
That's
again.
how you're gonna end this film is with that stupid line.
Yeah, there were a lot of those. It was equal great lines and shitty lines from Mel Gibson's narration.
That's how we did it in the 90s.
and
100%. That's
and
true.
stand up bass weird noises with suspense music
Yeah,
behind it.
Dark Seinfeld.
Boom. Boom.
Hey, that was a
I like
classy
Dark Seinfeld.
What is happening? Other than that, great film. You know,
I should have driven you somewhere else. Shut the fuck up. Get out of there. You're bleeding everywhere.
I will say, I would rewatch this.
And we will.
Oh.
We're gonna watch the director's cut right now.
It's
Yeah.
it's gonna be some
It's a big
time,
compliment.
you know. But
It's gonna be
it's hard for
Tuesday.
it's hard for like these 90 films to kind of still live up, you know.
when
Remember,
you're
Cameron was only 3 when this film came out.
Right.
in a few months when your son Word Talker is born.
Oh yes. Word Talker,
Word Talker.
named after the very famous
Oh, my-
podcast.
Word Talker.
My
Adam.
boy Wordsworth.
Then we will watch the next.
Gosh.
It's official. Anything else?
Cameron looks like he's hating life right now.
He's so happy. He's so happy to be back.
James said it will only last as long as you keep talking. So
As you talk.
Stonewall.
Yeah, you are. Look at that pillow in your lap.
I didn't say bricked up.
I think that's shitting.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you can shit bricks, but you can also be bricked up.
I think we're talking about the same thing.
I don't think we are. James, you tell me.
Lucy Lou, get us out of here.
But play. Ryan, anything else you want to add to this?
it's great. Go watch it.
So good.
It's better with the added Rob and Ryan commentary.
I
So
thought you hated that. What,
Yeah.
what?
when you watch the film, call them up and say,
I will watch
Yeah.
this with you.
yeah,
On speakerphone.
do a watch party.
You're gonna hate it.
You're gonna hate it.
My number is. I'm gonna put Cameron's number right here.
Yeah.
Call me anytime. Also, trailers for Cam. Trailers for Cam. Trailers for Cam. He loves it. And Music Works.
It's Arkansas Music Works, located on J Street in Bentonville, your local shop for all these music instruments and more. It's chock full of musical instruments for the discerning musician and has a selection of audio, orchestra, and band instruments for those dipping their toe into the musical world. Need your instrument updated or repaired? They do that too. For all these great services and more, check out your local music shop, Arkansas Music Works, and mention the Talking with Words podcast for 10% off your purchase.
Go watch this movie. It's great.
That's
No,
why-
it's in 90s.
Crocodiles, alligator skin luggage. That's just
Yeah.
mean, man.
That's just mean,
Put a hole in
man.
my suit.
70,000.
You guys are fired.
My suits are worth more than that.
I like the fact that he put a rotary phone on speaker.
I didn't know that was.
Your phone in the car.
I didn't know that was possible.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm
I'm used to the briefcase phone.
Rotary phones were not really a thing in '97.
I'll say, James, as our
The world
historian,
had already moved on.
Yeah, this. If you notice, this also felt like it was one of those out of time. It could have been early '90s. The way they did the cars and everything else, it was one of those kind of funky.
A little
back
bit
when,
like The Substance.
back when you could
Yeah.
fit
Know what year
human
it is.
beings in the trunk of sedans.
Yeah,
Those are the good old days.
tell me about it,
See that trunk? You can fit 3, maybe 4 bodies in there.
man. That lake will fill up fast. That's a body dropping joke. I'm probably not going to cut that. What is happening over here? Oh, my computer's exploding.
Nice.
That it? Also, Ryan and I are going to Comic-Con. So if you're going to
Yay.
San Diego Comic-Con, we will be
We'll be
2 of
there.
40,000 people there, whatever the hell it is.
Just carry signs.
Come see us. We'll see you. I'll cut all that.
No, you won't.
None of that worked.
No, you won't.
All right, Cameron, say a poem to finish us up.
I don't have that in the chamber.
I'm waiting. I'm just going to wait.
That's fine. I'll just leave.
That's going to be the end mark right there. That's fine. I'm just going to leave. Charlie.
Are we